hello there. I'm doing my Obi-Wan Kenobi today. Why, hello there. Trying out a new look. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I know I did absolutely nothing. Did nothing. And I enjoyed every minute of it. I work the phones here and there, do a little networking, talking. But I just, and I thought I can get the Knicks game on, and I didn't. I thought, I don't have, I guess I just stream, and I guess you can't just stream it or whatever. So I was watching a movie and then checking the score on my laptop. But congratulations to the New York Knicks. They are now world champions. Not that I follow basketball or care, but I will. It's New York, and they had some fun in the streets in New York. They burned down the place almost, but I've seen that. I've lived that. It's not fun. I was there with the Black Lives protest. It was a very dangerous time in New York, I could tell you that. They came right down my block. They burnt down the East Village. I, at the time, had a beer and liquor route, and they basically destroyed half my route. It was pretty sad. I had to go down there the day after, and there were people, like customers that I had, that were just crying, like hysterical crying, with their hands in their face for what they did to their property. Yeah, I guess that was sort of like what happened this weekend a little bit. You get in those big crowds, it's kind of scary. That I know. I got to give a big shout out to Bob Levy and everybody over there, Psych. They were very nice. I had a very good show on Friday. We had some fun. Friday's show is kind of why we're going into today's show. Some interesting things brewing from Friday's show. But I just first wanted to give a shout out to Bob Levy and everybody over at Bob Levy's camp who's been helping me out, been very nice. And much appreciated. Bob called me on Saturday and was like, congratulations. I was like, congratulations for what, bro? He was like, you're on the leaderboard. I'm like, the fuck's the leaderboard? He's like, on Super Tips, you're number 3. I went, wow, I guess I'm somebody now. What do you know? So, everybody knows Bob's been playing my show and just, having fun with me and doing well at it. I got to admit, I know I'm a target. It's pretty easy. So Bob, I guess, had the brains to come up with why not just pick out all my flaws and have fun with it. And they do very well over there. And Bob came on my show. He asked to come on my show, and he did. And we were having fun. But, the night before, I guess Chad Zumach, he had a comedy show, and I did Kevin Brennan the day before. And American Cupcake was asking to be unblocked by Kevin Brennan. And he goes, I don't know who this guy is. Is anybody going to stand up for him? And I said, I'll stand up for him. I said, I know him. He's a friend. He's a good guy. Well, that triggered the feud between Cupcake and Joe C. Joe C is close with Kevin Brennan. He said, no, Cupcake's an asshole. Don't do it. And then Joe C came on, and Cupcake was sort of texting shit. I guess Joe C was going to the comedy show that night, and I didn't know that Cupcake was down there, and he was going to the comedy show that night. And it turns out, at the end of the Kevin Brennan show, Joe C said, if I see you down there, I'm going to kick your ass. I'll go to jail tonight. I don't care. And then Cupcake really was down there. I called Cupcake. He goes, Steve, I'm walking into the show right now. I went, okay, this is going to be good. So Cupcake went to the show, and at the end of the show, everybody was nice. They kissed, literally, which was kind of disturbing. And, hold on, I'm going to take this off. Ugh. That was just a little bit of a joke. So they kissed, they made up, it was nice. So I thought it would be nice to have them come on my show with Bob Levy and have like a little love fest, a little smoochy, oh, you have friends, the feud's over, hooray, finally. But it didn't turn out that way. They sort of went at it, and it kind of carried and spilled over to the weekend. And I guess something happened. Joe, I got to admit, Cupcake is pretty relentless. He was on him like a bum on a sandwich, as I like to say. So Cupcake called me on Saturday, and he was a little disturbed because I guess his back and forth with Joe C kind of got heated over the weekend to the point where Joe, Cupcake wasn't letting up because Joe C just didn't stop. And then this is what I kind of don't like about the story because I've talked about this before. I don't like doxing. I don't believe in it. I think it's awful to bring people's family into situations that they have no idea what's going on about. It's just, I know people do that here, and it's just, I wouldn't do it. That's just me. And I don't condone people do it. So Josie over the weekend threatened to dox Cupcake's family if he didn't stop. And it kind of got heated. And this is where I said, well, this isn't cool. And it's gotten to the point where Cupcake, he wants to come on, and I think he should, and say something. Everybody, is American Cupcake. Hi, buddy.
What's going on?
I understand your frustration, and I want you to come on, at least give a chance to say what you got to say.
Oh, I think I said pretty much everything that needs to be said. Like, he's a scumbag.
But so what happened after the show? Do you just keep raking his balls?
No. I mean, breaking his balls. Like, yeah. If you're asking that, like, yeah, I make fun of the guy. He's easy to make fun of. And he doesn't like when I do it. But here's the thing, though. Sorry to interrupt, dude. Here's the thing. He's totally okay with people who he feel are above him. Rocco, for example. He's fine with Rocco making fun of it. But people who are beneath him, no. Like he said, people need to show him respect. Go screw Joey.
Well, isn't he, that's the world he lives in. Respect has a long way to go.
I mean, I get that, but he was pissing and moaning that he's like, I'm gonna interrupt him if he says something. Like, he got so mad about that. No, you don't tell me not to interrupt you.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's an Italian thing. You can't. If they're going on a rant, then you got to get that respect. Keep your mouth. Cállate la boca. Start to cheat.
That's almost how you say it in Spanish. Like exactly how you say it in Spanish.
Yeah. Well, I got told those things a lot in my life. In many different languages. That's why I know how to say that. Bad fake drama. No, someone says it's bad fake drama. It's not drama. He was all excited over the weekend. Now he's like sort of shit in the bed right now. I don't understand.
That's another thing. Like, like fake drama. Yeah.
Dude, how high are you right now, bro? What are you?
Ripped,
You're ripped. I hope it's your day off, buddy. I know. It's your day off. And it was your birthday. Happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, he's just a dick about, he goes on Facebook. He tries to act like he's got some secret, computer. Run me a diagnostic of, that's what no, he goes on Facebook. That's about it.
Okay, but he didn't actually go through with it though, right?
No, but he's got the information, and he's like, I don't give a fuck, if he's that much of a piece of shit where, he's gonna piss and moan and be a sissy faggot about, getting his, getting made fun of, then okay, go show everybody. Your presidential campaign is over, by the way, if you do this. Like,
oh well, you've already got the evidence, no? If you wanted to be a dick about it.
Like, I wouldn't do anything. Yeah, his campaign is over. You know, I don't care what he says.
I'm not sure, you know, with respect to him and his dedication to his wanting to become president. That must take a lot of time going out into the street and getting people to sign up on a pamphlet, or
10,000.
And but like that's a lot of work. Is he? I don't know. Is he retired?
Yeah, I think he's. Yeah, no, he doesn't work. He doesn't have a job.
Oh, I don't know. Did he like fall into some money or something?
No. I think he's on SSDI or some type of acronym with the SS at the beginning of it.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just curious if he's got a job and he's getting the signatures offhand, or is he like doing it like full time?
Oh no, that according to him, he's doing the signatures full time. So
gotcha.
In the past 90 to 60 days, he's gotten 10,000 signatures. So that's 111 to 167 signatures a day.
If he was in LA, he'd have a lot of signatures. He'd probably be already on the ballot.
Right.
So but he's paying out of pocket for all this too. Like what? He's got bumper stickers and shit. Like costs money to do a campaign.
Yeah, I mean,
does he have a staff?
No.
His Uncle Joe is a planner. His coordinator,
probably.
What are these people saying? Are you reading this?
No.
No, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't. So did you send Joey the link? Did he respond?
I did. No, I didn't get any response, but I sent him the link. If he wants to come on, he'll come on. But
yeah, no, I doubt.
So what'd you do for your birthday?
Nothing. I just drove like all day.
I
mean, that's literally all I did. I was in the truck all day, just driving it. I mean, so I didn't do shit for my birthday. Going to Chad's comedies thing. That was taking my birthday off, and
I got you.
My birthday off.
Oh, you were so on fire. You were so on fire before. What happened?
Oh, I mean, I was on. Cooler heads. Cooler heads prevail.
What are you trying to fucking Star Wars me, dude? I like pump up this show. You're like fucking all over me all fucking weekend about Joe C. I had to listen to that. I bring you on. I'm thinking you got something to say, and you're just fucking falling flat on your face, dude. What's up?
All right, hold on.
I drove all the way to the studio, got my shit set up. Oh, well, I guess it's just me and you guys now. Did he leave? Wow. I could have had someone else on, and this fucking asshole comes on and he fucking ruins my fucking day. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Fucking dick. Yeah. Yeah, Joe had this is funny. You guys can have fun with this. I'm giving you a nice big softball. Joe had a load to drop here in Vegas. Boom. Did you drop your load, Joe?
Yeah, I totally dropped my load along with this bit.
A little bit. Yeah. So Joe's been a very good friend to me. He's helped me out in situations where I sort of shit the bed or I just needed a little coaching on something with this new technology I'm learning. So he said he was coming and he wanted to say what's up. And I have this like really big 2-bedroom apartment. And I said, why would you stay at a rest stop when you could come and stay here and use my good fortune for the night? So it was the most ungay experience it ever happened. Joe was very tired and went right to bed. So there you go.
Sorry, but I figured to disappoint you.
Yeah. I was waiting on the couch, bro. You had your chance. Yeah, I wanted to just I was like, I can't let you're like 20 minutes away. Why can't you just like chill here and use like a real shower and take a shit on a non-infected toilet bowl? And plus, it's a good space. That's why I don't mind having guests, because you're so far away and you got your own bathroom.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, yeah, and and it's fucking it's cool. But it's a pretty nice place, though, right?
Honey Loco. Yeah, we totally did.
I was definitely not a lot lizard last night.
That's right. I disappointed him too, like a fault.
Yeah.
So where's Joey C, man? Like I wanted to. I mean, I just wanted to fuck with them.
Yeah, no, I know. So that's why I figured, you know what, if you're out here and it's your day off, I was like, why don't we just have some fun and we'll do a show? Because it would make sense after Friday for you to come on my show.
Yeah.
But it was more just like, we're here, why don't we just come on and do a show?
So you want to...
No, I have lot lizards up at the campground. I got 2 lot lizards. They'll be on. I'm going back to New York on Wednesday. I'll do something on the road live. Maybe, I don't know, we'll figure something out. So on Thursday night, if anybody's in New York, I am going to see my very good friend Antonia Bennett. She is playing Iridium on Broadway, I think between 46th and 47th. I got a bunch of fun people coming down there. Ron Barber is going to be there. If you know Ron Barber, he's big shot. And I don't know, in his own world. No, Ron's one of my favorites. He's a funny guy, actor, comedian. And we're going to go down and see Antonia if anybody's down. I'm doxing myself Thursday night, okay? So if you want to come down and see Antonia, I'll be in New York. And then Friday night, I guess it's back to trailer chats at the campground with my 2 lot lizards, Aaron and Shauna.
So, Grillo, do you know how to screen share if I were to pull something up?
Screen share. That that has to go to share media, correct? Yes. Oh, okay.
No, share screen.
Share screen? Oh, I gotta
screen share, yeah.
Right click that?
Yep.
Hold on. Settings? No. Mute. All right, what am I looking for? You got me flustered there, Cupcake. Where am I going?
Sorry, dude.
Add to scene?
Yes. There you go.
Okay. There you go.
All right. Thank you. So, do you know who Jake Hudson is?
No. If you're gonna dox somebody, don't do it on my show.
No. Okay. That's no.
I don't know. Do I know Jake Hudson?
You should. I mean, you probably don't, but you need to know Jake Hudson.
Okay. So, why do I need to know Jake Hudson?
Just wait.
Okay. Is he a nice guy?
Oh, yeah. That's his theme song.
Yeah. Who was that guy that died in a helicopter crash? That had that weird haircut? What's that? Should I add him to the scene?
No.
What is that?
That's Jake. Oh, yeah, you got to add it to the scene.
Oh. Wait, is he the one that has is he like on the spectrum or something?
Probably.
Oh.
Joey C was on his show.
Oh, I think I did his show. He's
really?
Always invited me on. Yeah. No, he's nice.
Way, you want to do my show, by the way?
Yeah, he's nice. I actually, when I was on the boat, I was waiting for somebody to get back, and I was on the top, and I did a little clip for him. I went on the show for like 20 minutes when I was on the boat. It was pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I like him. He's a sweetheart.
Oh, I just wanted to. Joey C was on. I just wanted to see what he would do with that. He was gonna.
Am I adding this?
Oh.
Busting balls.
Yeah, this was Joey. Oh, Vito Calzone.
Gotcha.
Silence
is great.
I love how people find Jesus like that.
Yeah.
What special needs people? Okay, you got it.
Oh yeah, that is the boat. Took a very funny picture with Rich on the boat, where he gave me a kiss on the cheek as a fucking joke, and people just love that. Oh, people, but they don't get it, Joe. They not Joe, fucking Cupcake. They think Joe C's here. I'm getting got Joe C on my mind.
Right.
They don't fucking get it. They don't get it. But that's okay. They don't need to get it. Maybe one day they'll get it. I don't care.
Look at this.
Super tip time. What are you doing, Naomi?
I'm looking for a video, and I think I found.
Don't Star Wars me again. Okay. I'm very secure on my masculinity. Thank you. I might have someone on interesting tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if she can do it. Way back before the whole transgender movement, sort of, there was always transvestites. And when I worked in the nightclub business, I happened to be friends with a lot of transvestites. They were my customers. Then they became my friends, and we had a lot of good times together. I spoke. There was two in particular, Michelle and Grandma, and
Okay.
they were both old. They were older, and they ran the transvestite community in New York City. Like when I say they ran it, they threw the best parties. They had the best transvestites, and there was a lot of other fun things that they were in charge of. Let's just leave it at that. And they had very successful parties, which I also was involved in. We threw parties at different places. I was usually the bartender. And we had so much fun. Like transvestites are a lot of fun to hang out with. I don't know if anybody has that, because this is sort of just backing up my masculinity. So, but I became what? So we would, and then, it was funny because like Grandma was older, sort of like she's like a Southern belle, had that sort of persona going on, and Michelle was sort of a little more gritty, and she had a little more deeper voice. So when I first met them, like, oh, how you doing, Grillo? This is Grandma. Got a 10-inch dick, look like a Slim Jim. I was like,
Jesus Christ.
I was like, hi, nice to meet you, Grandma. So Michelle, Grandma had passed away, God rest her soul. She goes, Grillo, when are you going to have a baby? I want to be a grandma. You're already a grandma. But so, because they came to my wedding. So,
Okay.
But Grandma passed away. I actually spoke at Grandma's funeral. I was one of the keynote speakers, believe it or not. She was wonderful. But Michelle is still up and kicking. And I hooked her out at a nightclub out here. She's going to be doing a party out here on Wednesday. When I'm leaving, I'm fucking pissed. I put this whole party together. I put everybody together. And Michelle throws she gets like 300-400 people at her parties. And not all of them are transvestites, but they pretty much are the star of the show. And we had some really fun times in New York. There was one transvestite, Joe, named, Cupcake, that was named Vanessa, and she was a black man. That was about 6'4".
She was a black man.
She was a black man. Okay, and we're going to, well, I'll get back to that story later. So I gotta do this, not triple. Here we go. I guess I don't know what a fucking. Oh no, not that way. Remove from scene.
This man in the room.
Remove from scene. Yes. So sorry. Hold on. I gotta go to layers. And then do this. And then replace guest with this guy. Only this scene. Okay, what am I doing, dude? Yeah, replace guest.
No, that's a YouTube video. Put that on a media screen share.
What's that? Joe, talk me through this, man.
I'm trying to
You got me. You
screen
got me
share
stoned
that.
before. You got me stoned before.
I
Joe
know, right?
C's here. Add to scene.
No, it's not.
No, who's that?
That's his YouTube
Oh,
channel.
you're an idiot. I thought that was him on there, dude. Stop getting me high before my show, dude. Don't do that. You got me, dude. Oh, that was funny. So anyway, Vanessa was probably one of the most convincing transvestites out there. She was gorgeous. Like you had to give a really hard look to find out that Vanessa was a man, but you could tell. But the other ones were just sort of obvious. Vanessa dressed like and looked like a beautiful black woman, and she was very tall. So she was at the bar and she was talking. This Guido was talking her up, like you thought he was going to get somewhere, and Vanessa politely excused herself and went to the bathroom, and then one of his friends came over to him and was like, "Yo, that's a fucking guy." And a typical Guido, he starts fucking bashing on the bar, screaming and yelling. And I went over, so what's the problem? He goes, "That's a fucking man. Wait till I get my hands on him." I said, "Yo, bro," I said, "do me a favor." I said, "If you couldn't tell that was a man, that's your fault." I said, and I'm going to say two things. If you do anything, I raise my hand, that guy's going to open the door with your face. I said, second of all, that's a 6'4" black man that will beat you up and down the sidewalk with a fucking heel. So I suggest you fucking back the fuck up. And sure enough, he did. And Vanessa got killed 2 years later. That was probably the same thing.
That was the
Yeah,
training?
not from the guy, but she probably some dude. I didn't hear the whole story, but I'm just thinking, probably some dude was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get with this hot black chick," and then they get back to the apartment and her dick is bigger than yours. That's kind of that'll piss some guy off.
All right, bring up the share screen again.
No, so are we just showing him in just awkward positions? Is that the deal?
No, this is one of his political. I want to show
okay.
you. I want to give you an example of what Catalano stands for.
The standard, a real one. A standard built on honesty, a standard built on integrity, a standard built on doing what even when it's cost you. And let me tell you something.
Now, let me tell you something.
He's of course reading this, so
Yeah,
that's why.
yeah.
That's why.
Yes, I totally thought Joey C was in the fire, waiting in the wings.
Standard built on.
That's probably the funniest thing I've ever.
Dude, I'm so high. I'm like, oh wait, Joey C's here. I was like, why is he frozen? I usually don't smoke before my show. I'm not saying I haven't, but that was a little smoke sesh we had going on before we started this shit.
Yep.
It's your birthday, Cupcake.
That's right. So this is one of my favorite Joey speeches.
Integrity, a standard.
Because
he's very serious though. I got to give him props, and he's got the Etch-a-Sketch of Frank Sinatra in the background.
For sure.
Are we gonna? Was it Etch-a-Sketch?
Yeah, no, he's gonna when he watches this. Hi, Joey. He's gonna mention the fact that it's
well, it's getting
signed.
free promotion.
No, it's signed.
Yeah, it's so.
Right.
What are we doing? Are you playing this or what?
Yeah.
Not more people telling you what you want to hear. I hope you enjoyed my complete sign language of what I'm telling you now, because yes, I did.
That video's been deleted, and he did not do this. He says I did this whole speech in sign language. No, he didn't.
Oh, he could do sign language. Isn't his daughter deaf?
He can't though.
Yeah, I would imagine that he has to communicate to his daughter.
You'd think, right? You'd think once you found out that your daughter was deaf, like you would do everything in your power to learn sign language.
He doesn't know sign language?
He knows the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E,
I'm not going to say. I got something to say. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, I'm just.
But I would think that I automatically assumed that he was proficient in sign language.
No. He knows.
Dude, I know most of the alphabet.
Yeah, I mean, he knows. Like grandma, grandpa. He knows.
Oh no! All right. I don't want to go too much. He does talk about. I don't like to talk about people's families.
No, I'm just saying that's how you say. Like that's how you say. Like grandma,
I know.
Grandma.
Well,
grandpa.
he did talk about it on my show. I guess he's very vocal about what happened. I think that's messed up, but he's got that's a fucking tough thing to deal with, bro.
Right. Let us continue.
So, anyway, tomorrow. So I'm.
Even when it's cost you, like this is why I do the things I do. Like because
is his ultimate goal just to waste money?
No, like I believe his ultimate goal is he wants to be remembered as something. He wants, like I've been saying, when he's an old man at the retirement home, he's going, I ran for president once, and the nurse.
Oh yeah,
the nurse is gonna be. Yes, Mr.
Here lies Joe Catalano. Here lies Joe Catalano. He ran for president.
Exactly. That's.
Oh my gosh. So now let me tell you something.
Right. Like, okay, so he says that he writes everything he does and just feeds it into Chat GTP, his Uncle Bob, and it will just correct spelling mistakes, make it sound a little more professional. Everybody else thinks that he just says, "Hey, Chat GTP, make me a speech," and then that's.
7 years ago.
Exactly.
I was in the Dabbleverse here on these hallowed grounds.
Oh, and when he.
Listen. I know you break walls. I don't see. I think he's entertaining and he was fun. I wish he would come on. I do genuinely mean that. Oh wait, he's right here.
Oh, you scared the shit. I was like, oh, is he? Like, let's
go. See, I got it. Eventually, I can learn.
There you go.
But wait, here's the other question I wanted to ask him the other day. Is like, I thought a convicted felon can't go run for president.
Yes.
Did they change that?
No, they didn't change it.
There's one in the White House now.
Right. Yeah. No, that was written into the Constitution that there's only 3 requirements to run for president, and 2 for Senate and 2 for Congress. Just that you're over 35 years of age, you've lived in the United States for 14 consecutive years, and
oh wait, you can't vote if you're a convicted felon.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that you're a natural born citizen. Senate and Congress, it's 30 for Senate and 25 for Congress, and for Congress, I think you have to live in your state for 8 years, and for Congress, you have to live in I want to say your congressional district for a couple years, 4 years, before you can run for Congress or Senate. But those are the 2 positions that you do not need to be a citizen for. The only one you have to be a natural born citizen is president.
Well, speaking of citizenship. Last night was the big UFC fight on the lawn at the White House, which was quite the event. Hate him or love him, man, Donald Trump throws a great birthday party for himself. It was, I've been seeing stuff all day long about the spectacle that went on last night, and I have to admit it was pretty damn cool. it made news. It's all like you can't go anywhere on social media without people reacting to this. And I did see there was a liberal that was crying in his car because of what the audacity of what Donald Trump did last night, and then, but a year ago, they were, trannies, not my friends, but other transvestites that were flashing their boobs at the White House.
Right.
So, Joe, there's it goes both ways. I do love the fact that Idiocracy is one of my favorite movies. And there is a great scene in Idiocracy that pretty much matched that scene last night. It's like the future is happening rapidly. It was supposed to be 500 years in the future, and it's happening now. President Camacho did a great job last night.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly.
Go President Camacho. And that's literally, that's one of my favorite movies ever. It's so true. And it's happening. Mike Judge, who I love, by the way, it's so brilliant. He like brilliantly like crafted this fucking movie, and told the future. And I don't know if he even thinks, what he did at the time was going to come rapidly approaching. Do you know the whole story about all the footwear?
Yeah.
You do? So if anybody
I do know, I actually do know
all the footwear in Idiocracy, if you watch that movie, is the same because it was donated by a company that was looking to make it in the shoe business. They invested a lot of money into supplying that whole movie set with their new shoe that they're trying to promote. And Idiocracy, in the future, everybody's a complete retard. They're just dumb. And everybody was wearing these shoes. And guess what? It turns out to be Crocs. Crocs were the shoes everybody was wearing in Idiocracy. Yeah. And it told the future that everybody in the future is going to be stupid wearing Crocs. I have a pair of Crocs, not like the ones that look like Crocs. They're just like a pair of slippers, kind of like whatever you call it. Everybody slides. I never called them slides. But they're pretty comfortable. But I always just hated the original design, the ones that everybody wears. They look like they look like the design around like the Dutch wooden shoes, kind of.
For sure.
And I just clogs, and I just despise the way they look. But they are comfortable. I just won't wear the original version, the ones from Idiocracy. But yeah, that movie is predicting the future. Have you ever had an Idiocracy moment, like where you're like, "What are you talking about?" Like, huh?
Probably. Let me think.
Because I'll tell you mine, and then you'll probably think of yours. So I was out somewhere, like an event, and I had to go get lunch. I was buying lunch. So I went. There was like a pre-made, like a coffee shop that had pre-made sandwiches, and I got 3, turkey heroes, and I said I'll take 3 iced teas, and the girl rings me up, $38.50. Okay, and I paid, and she goes in the back. She comes out and she goes, "I'm sorry, we're out of iced tea." And I was like, I want iced tea. I paid for it. It's a coffee shop, bro. Right. And she's like, well, I don't know what to do. I was like, can you make some more? She goes, oh, no, I can't do that. I go, well, why not? She goes, I don't know. No one ever taught me. I go, that's the tea bags over there. And if you put hot water on them, which is right there, you put it over ice. And she gazed up in the air for a second and went, okay, I think I can do that. I was like, thank you so much. Thank you. And no one showed her how to make iced tea, and she was completely lost. And I know everybody in the chat is going to have fun with this. I'm giving you food, everybody. I'm giving you as much fodder as you can handle today. How about that? Yeah, the fodder is free, my friends. And the answers, all the comments that are going to go down are just really come on, guys. It's a joke. So what did you have an Idiocracy moment or no?
I guess just this, the only thing I can think of off the top of my head right now is this one broad on Facebook. Just she had just bought a car, just just people like not giving, thinking,
You're on the road. You must see it every day.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm thinking about people that I know personally on the road every day. Well, yeah, you see dumb people doing stuff all the time, like
Yeah.
just just not giving a fuck, and
Yeah.
thinking, just can't even
My
think of any real good examples. So this is riveting. I know it's fantastic. Um, it, just not giving a fuck about like anything. Just getting in your way. Not people that you hold the door for them. They don't even say thank you, or if you're just
oh,
little
dude,
shit like that.
that's a big problem for me, man. Big problem. I go right in their face. I'm like, you're welcome.
For sure. Oh, you're
Yeah.
welcome. Huh?
When
This one guy, this one guy, I was walking out, and I paid right after him. I'm walking, after him. He's walking out the door, and not that he needs, not that I, hold the door open for me, peasant. But he let the door like slam in my face, and it was the first door, and then there was the second door. So at the second door, like how if I learned this on it wasn't Sesame Street, maybe it was Electric Company or 3-2-1 Contact or something. But if as long as they can't see your hand, if you can act like you banged your head against something, you just bam and hit it with your hand at the same time. So I did that, and the guy turned around. He's like, "Oh, are you okay?" I go, "Yeah, dude, you slammed the door in my face."
Yeah, I want to sue your ass. They were there. The apartment I lived in with Ganji on 18th Street. It was when the 20 years I was there. Like I would say, 18 of the years were wonderful. I had wonderful neighbors. Everybody helped each other out. We all went through 9/11 together. Then one by one, everybody started to move, and then the building got sold to a guy who was involved in NYU. And then every time someone left, another NYU student would come in. Their parents would pay, instead of paying all that money for dorms and having to live with all these other people, their parents would be buying them or renting them for the year, real New York City apartments. Within a year, my whole awesome building turned into a fucking campus, where like the parties in the hallway, like I'm stepping on cheese doodles, broken bottles in the hallway. It was like Animal House. And I was just like, oh, it was disgusting. And the way these kids treated the home that I lived in for a really long time, So
And these are
these
students
kids
from
would
NYU.
they would never hold the door. I'd come by and they'd never hold the door. And I'm like, I'd say, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. Thank you. Or you hold the door and they walk in, they don't say thank you.
It's such a bitch complaint, too.
I know. I don't give a fuck. I don't. It's the most easiest. It's the most easiest of human functions to pay attention to your surroundings and just hold the door for somebody that's right behind you. It's normal human common courtesy. And if you don't have it, that means you're just a savage asshole who was raised by fucking wolves. And so now I would get in these kids' faces every single time. So finally, the one kid comes up and he sees me and he opens the door and he holds it for me. I go, you know what? Thank you very much. I got to tell you, all these people in this fucking building? He's like, yeah. I said, what the hell is their goddamn problem? They don't know how to hold the door open for somebody? They go, no. They think you're a fucking psycho. And I go, oh, cool. And he goes, because our names were still on the mailbox. It said Grillo Ganji on the mailbox. And this is,
okay.
Cupcake, this is one of those moments that it was one of the first times I felt old.
Was this the place that you had rented from John?
No. I got this shit on my own.
Oh, okay.
But it was the one moment I felt old for the first time. The kid goes, when I was moving in, he goes, I know who you are. I go, oh, really? He goes, yeah, your name on the mailbox. My dad saw it when we were moving in. He told me who you are. I was like, oh, man. Oh, that was the first time someone made me feel old. My dad saw your name on the mailbox, so he knows who you are. He told me.
Yeah.
I was like, he was a nice kid. We wound up smoking weed together. And then I got out of there. I couldn't take it, and that's when I moved to Hell's Kitchen, which was such an awesome time.
Oh, really? So Hell's Kitchen, like the name does not mean.
Well, there was a bar that we hung out at. We ran like 30 deep, and it was just a really fun time in my life. It was like good 6-7 years of just meeting people that'll be my best friends for the rest of my life. And everybody sort of went their separate ways. Everybody gets together. We still have like a really close unit family. It's kind of fun. But we used to see each other every day. We walk in the bar, and there's like 15 people that are all your like great friends. It was expensive, and it definitely damaged my liver. But it was worth every minute for the friends I got out of there. Still, like, these are like people that became my brothers and sisters. One of my sisters, my sister Jenny's out here. My sister from Hell's Kitchen, Jenny is quite the looker, Cupcake. She's out here. She's working at a hotel as a bikini waitress.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Yeah, Jenny's a lot of fun. Maybe we'll see her
So
later.
where?
maybe we go to the pool. I'll see if she's working. Maybe we'll go down there and say hello. In fact, you know what? Let's text Jenny right now. Oh, she met Craig Gass the other night.
Oh, really?
Oh,
well, then
guess
never mind.
guess who you're gonna meet, dude? Who just texted me? Michelle, the one I was just telling you about. Grandma got a 10-inch dick, looked like a Slim Jim. She just landed. That's awesome. Wait till you meet Michelle, bro. Oh my God. It was my ex-wife's like 30th birthday party. We had there was like 30 people at a table, and Grandma and Michelle were at the table, and they go, hi everybody, well we have to go. We got a party downtown, I hope you all attend. And then they're scooting by, and it comes over to my wife, and Grandma kisses her on the cheek, and then Michelle kissed her on the cheek, and she goes into her ear, I'll give you your present later. Yeah, it was pretty funny. There's so much fun. If I can I know these people will probably be cruel, but she's doing a party out here, and I want to promote it for her. So, but I know these people are going to be brutal, but I think she can handle herself. She's been dealing with it her whole life. But she's quite the looker. I'll say that. Michelle is a unique individual. And she's out here. Maybe I'll have her on tomorrow. You guys will be totally entertained. See, now here's going to be the trap for these people, right? So everybody's so PC and all that shit. Now, how does it work when you someone like that comes on? Like, no one really kind of went after Ava. A little bit jokes here and there, but how does that work now?
I mean, Ava's a different story. She's I don't know what shit. She seems to be the type of person that would, wants attention and will do, just will ride the fence. Now that John's gone, she needs, she's it's like a vacuum, the John vacuum that is being filled up by a bunch of garbage.
I think we might be going to the area pool, bro.
All right.
Wait, from out of town. That'd be fun. I haven't been there yet. Apparently, that's the hottest pool place in Vegas.
All right.
And it's really hard to get into.
Yeah,
well,
I'm in.
It's a kids' party. The whole pool?
Oh, well then maybe not.
Okay. No, I guess that some kid is having their birthday party. What kind of parents are that? You rent out the whole pool at the area.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be gigantic. Oh, well. It was a nice try.
Right.
So I'll show you a picture of Jenny. Hold on. So we went to go see Craig Gass last week.
That's cool. He was.
And Craig Gass loved her. Where is Jenny? Jennifer. Oh, Jenny. Jenny lost her favorite penny. I gave her. She kissed me and I hollered. Damn. Oh, here we go. Here's me and her and Craig Gass. Hope you can see.
Oh, that's cool. I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. What? Jenny's a lot of
Want
fun.
to see another Joey speech?
Sure.
All right. Yeah, just share. Add that to the screen. Not there yet. So this is from 2 months ago, and Joey.
Is he wearing a garbage bag?
Yeah, he's wearing a big T-shirt.
You want real? Here it is. I'm not polished. I'm honest. No script. No polish.
Yeah, never mind. No script. No script. You could see the words in his glasses, bro.
This is
Polish. Just the truth about character, struggle, and what's missing in this country. Real talk.
All right.
How do you see? Like, I don't hate the guy.
Real talk.
I'm not. Like, I'm not mad at him. I don't hate him. I don't want to destroy him. I just like laughing at him, and he doesn't like that.
You wind him up like JoJo the Circus Boy.
I know.
People are disgusting. All right, I'm gonna fall asleep. So, yeah, all right, let's go out and do stuff. I got a couple of things I got to do here real quick.
All
so
right.
I guess
You wanna
Joe.
You want to call it quits?
Yeah, I just
All
there's
right.
like 5 people here, so it's all right. I just I thought it'd be fun to come on and just break some balls. So
Yeah, Joey
looks
didn't
like
show
she
up.
smokes crap. No. Super tips. You get Joe super tips. What was the point of the stream? There's people are just glued on everything. The point of the stream is I'm having fun, bro.
Right.
Why can't I have fun? And every time I do this, I get just a little bit better at it.
Right.
So,
Well, the
and
point
each
of the
time-
stream was to hopefully get Joey C on, then we could, make fun of him to his face. But unfortunately, that didn't happen.
Well, I'm excited. Michelle's here. I'm gonna have fun having her on. That's gonna be kind of tough, but she is funny. So we also we ran after hours. Like I got the venue, and I was the bartender, and the girls got the door because they brought in all the creatures from the night. And then we had our own regulars from Brunelli's, and we ran after hours at a bar on the Upper East Side called Cabin Fever. And we paid a guy $200 just to be at the door, and we blacked out the windows. And it's also being a bartender for so long at nightclubs. If you think about it, you got a 9 to 5, right? You get out of work at 5. What do? You go to the bar. You go out. Things are open.
Right.
It's the opposite for bartenders and nightclubs and shit. It's 5 to 9. No, it's 9 to 5, but it's the opposite way. It's 9 o'clock at night to 5 o'clock in the morning, if you're lucky. So you got no place to go after work. What if you don't want to go home? You got no place to go.
Right.
So we had a nice little network of after hours that were run by people that were in the business. Either they opened their bar up late or they had a venue that they rented. Oh my God, dude, I swear to God, there was this one after hours. It was on a boat that was docked on like 20th Street, right by my apartment. It was a giant boat that they used for like proms and shit. And you had to be on the boat by 5:30 because that's when it went out. And on the boat, there was drug dealers and a craps game and a poker game and just basically 2 bars on 2 different floors. And it was insane. And, there was other things going on there too. And me, my ex-wife, and all my friends, we would go. We didn't have to pay to get on. Most people had to pay to get on. And one night I brought my sister, my younger sister, to the after hours. And that night it happened to be like Titanic cold. There were chunks of ice floating in the East River. Like, and so it was the first after hours I brought my sister to. She was probably like maybe early 20s. And we got out to, I guess they go a certain amount of miles where you can't get busted or whatever. And they made a nice little trip, and then the sun would come up, and you come back, and it'd be like 9 o'clock in the morning. It was awful. That's why you always carry sunglasses, you know. And we get out into the iceberg in the East River through this really thick layer of ice, and we get about maybe 2 or 3 miles out, and complete 100% failure. The boat just went, and it felt like it sank down a little bit, you know, because the engines, it was so big, and it was complete dark, and then smoke started coming from the engine room. Like, there was a little smoke coming up, and then all of a sudden, like, 3 guys come running down. Dude, everybody's blitzed out of their mind on blow. And it's pitch dark. All the blackjack dealers and the poker dealers are, like, pulling the cards in and everything. Dude, we sat on that boat for almost 3 hours in the pitch dark, freezing cold, where you could see your breath. And everybody's got drugs on them. And the sun's starting to come up, and these guys are frantically. The last thing they want to do is have to call in the Coast Guard, because they're going to be like, well, what are you doing with all these people at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning? And, you know, it would have been investigated. Yeah. And so finally around 6:30 or so, they start up the engines, and we go back to the east side. And about 5, 6 people was at my apartment. We continued the party at my apartment till like 10 o'clock in the morning.
There you go.
It was
sounds like a blast.
So yeah, I have my experiences with after hours. There was one that was famous. People still talk about it. It was on 13th and Avenue A, and this was literally like this is like, you know, the East Village. This was like OG shit. You know, like Tompkins Square Park was a couple of blocks down. Anything went below First Avenue. You went below First Avenue. You hit Alphabet City. You're in the East Village. When I lived there, if you didn't go below First Avenue unless you really knew where you were going, because it was bad. And Tompkins Square Park was bad. But that's where you went to cop if you wanted some weed or something, or if you were underage and you wanted to go drink. Like, there was no bouncer. I was down there drinking, you know, like 18, 19 years old. And so, where was I going with this? Oh, you get old, you get those brain farts. Oh, so brownies. So you had to get introduced, because Brownies was named after the owner, Brownie. He was this tall, skinny black guy that thought he was a cowboy.
No way.
Like, he was one of those guys. He was an old guy, too. He was one of those guys that was committed to being a cowboy. Like, you did not see him without any type of cowboy gear. He was a cowboy. His name was Brownie. And you knocked on the door. You knocked on the door, and it was literally like, shh, shh. And if they didn't know you, you didn't come in. And then you had to get introduced, and then they had to trust you. And it was $25 to get in, no matter who you were. But get this, you got a really, really bad bag of cocaine. It was awful. Like, it was like
how?
Like, you sniff it and you want to shit your pants. It was like baby laxative.
Oh.
But it kind of got you high, but it didn't. But anyway, but there were rules, Cupcake and Brownies, rules. You could, 2 rules that you had to abide by, or you got thrown out and you weren't allowed to come back in. No cursing, and you couldn't speak above a whisper. If you did any of those 2 things, and you got like maybe one chance, Brownie had to shush you another time, or if he didn't like that you cursed too loud, you were out. And everybody, you had $4 beers at the bar, and at the bar there was a glass of cut straws, so you could just get your straw. It was the coolest place in the world, and even the celebrities. One night, Ben Affleck was in there. It was like there was a pool table, and you couldn't play the jukebox, but I literally was at Brownies every night that I worked, because it was like I didn't want to go home. You know, I just busted my ass. I got like $600-700 in my pocket. I want to go spend it.
This place serves up your own cocaine straw, like in the
Yeah,
cup,
it's great.
like right
It was
there,
classic.
like they're giving out toothpicks. Why would you want to
Yeah.
go home?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you walk by, everybody's heads down like this.
Well, yeah, they're all in
And then,
deep thought.
and then, of course, everybody else had their own shit too. So, but you had to hide that. You'd be like, good. And so the last night of brownies, I was all excited. I was like, going to brownies, gonna be a good night. And as I turned the corner,
Mm-hmm.
6 cop cars come flying out of nowhere, up on the sidewalk. Boom, 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 open up. I went, I turned right back around and went back home. That was,
Yeah.
they finally raided brownies.
Oh, so that's what you meant by the last night at Brownies. Yeah. So
Yeah.
for the last night at Brownies, I'm like, oh, okay. I wonder
Yeah.
where the story's going.
Yeah, I was there. I was almost at the last night of brownies. There was one after hours we went with my boy Big Anthony and my ex-wife, and it got raided. And Big Anthony was a big shot. He wasn't a made guy. He wasn't like a Joe C guy, but he looked like it. He looked like it. I'm talking about everybody thought, but Anthony wasn't. He was actually, Anthony was a legitimate businessman, but he was from Bensonhurst. His family was involved. Anthony ran a legitimate business. And Anthony must have been like 500 pounds, 6'6". And he had a high voice. He talked like this. He was like the biggest gent. Yeah, but almost. And he was a very distinguished businessman. And we were all 3 of us were out after hours, and all of a sudden all the lights came on. And I looked at Anthony, and he looked at me, and my wife, I didn't want her to like freak out. And we both looked at Maureen like, Anthony goes, darling, I just want you to follow everything that I do. Do you understand me? And she goes, and I looked at her, do you understand? She said, yes. Okay, we got that problem tackled. Anthony he's like, follow me. And we just walked right out of the fucking place. No one said a damn thing. But they usually let everybody go. And they usually with the bartender will get arrested, and the on-site manager or whoever, they got to bring somebody in. But yeah, I think I was at that after hours twice. And yeah, the second time it got raided. And it was like, okay. And it's so funny that in the little world that you live in, everybody knew, oh shit, blah, 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 got raided last night. I know I was there. But the little known life of Steve Grillo that many people don't know. Bob he's got to pay his mortgage, Bob Levy. God damn it.
Oh yeah, no, he's gonna have love.
What? I telling the story. What are you talking?
He's gonna furiously masturbate at this episode.
Transvestites.
He's
I have a picture. I'm gonna have to find this picture, but I have a picture of Vanessa. I can show you a picture of Vanessa. The one. So, it was an after hours, but it was at my apartment. It was one of the gay waiter that introduced me to the transvestites, and there's Michelle and Vanessa and my ex-wife sitting on the couch. And yeah, that was in my apartment, my little apartment on 18th Street. And Ganji was still living there, and he would walk out, and there'd be like 4 trannies and like 5 other people all sitting around, all huddled over by the couch. And Ganji would just come out, and he never wore a shirt, and he's hairy, he's like a bear. And he'd always have a towel wrapped around and go, morning, everybody. And they'll go, morning, Mike, morning. And he just didn't like flinch. He was the best roommate ever. And we were outside. We were all like loud. There's like 6, 7 people in my apartment. There's like 3 people in the kitchen, 5 people sitting on the couch. And it was like, Ganji said he didn't care. He's like, oh. And he didn't wake up. He slept through everything. There was like a nasty after hours party at my house, in my apartment. And Ganji said nothing. He was like, the man slept through everything. So yeah. Anyway, let's say goodbye, buddy. I always like to leave the show.
Let's do that.
With a little Radio Man. So this clip is from the very first taped show I did at Pro Media. And it was like, it was an experiment and everything. And I had my buddy Joe Meathook on, and I had Radio Man. And Radio Man's famous in New York. He's always at every movie set, every red carpet event. All the celebrities know him. He looks like a homeless guy. He pretty much kind of is. He has that same mentality, like does a shower, whatever. But he's the nicest, sweetest, awesome person in the world. And I consider him a friend. You know, like me and John used to, like I became friends with him because every red carpet that me and John were on, you know, and John was doing his shit, Radio Man was always there. And we used to call him Aqualung because he looked like the cover of the Jethro Tull album, Aqualung. But Radio Man started becoming his name because he'd always wear a radio. He'd always wear a radio. Yeah. He'd always wear a radio around his neck.
Looks like Aqualung.
Yeah. Oh, you'll see. You'll see. So George Clooney flew him to the Oscars once. And he's been my friend for almost 40 years. Okay. And he's all over Instagram. He's all over Facebook. They're making him go viral because they follow him to all these events, and all these celebrities come over and give him a big hug and a Radio Man, like every big celebrity. And they all, it's like bad luck if you don't go over to Radio Man. When I work on movie sets, Radio Man, like you hear it on your walkie-talkie, Radio Man's here, everybody, Radio Man's in the house. Like he's a beloved person, and I actually dedicated my book to him. If you read my dedication, dedicated it to my friend Russ, and at the end it says, and also to Radio Man. So now Radio Man has a herniated nutsack, and he took it out on my very first show with the camera.
Oh.
And this is the
Rumble
clip from
exclusive.
that.
Radio Man's herniated balls.
Yeah. So, side note, all these kids were in there trying to learn this equipment. They were all like NYU students or whatever. They were interning there. So the girl that was directing the cameras was this like 20-year-old Asian, really demure, kind of like, you know, probably was on the mathematic league in high school and like overachieved her whole life, and this is what she wanted to do. She's learning her craft in college, and her first gig is to direct my show, and she did. And when this happened, she walked out crying. So I'm going solo. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, hold on, and I'm gonna bring Radio Man over me. Look at this. I'm getting things now. So I'm gonna play this out. All right, here we go. Why are they so big?
Well, I had I guess a hernia, and they just started to get bigger and bigger. I couldn't control.
Oh, is it like elephantitis kind of thing?
And I never got them, looked at. So I have it as a conversation piece.
Let's take a look. They want to give me an exam right now.
Oh, I don't. All right, go ahead. Why not? We got no ratings. We can blur it out.
Oh, Jesus.
We can blur it out. No, you'll see.
Oh, boy.
Let's see these things.
Is this going to be on camera?
Yeah.
Steve, you're going to have to give him an examination.
Yeah.
You're going to have to take a look at him. Wait a second. Guy's behind his fucking eyes is like, I'm looking down.
No, he's fucking recording it.
Fucking look. Oh, jeez, here they come.
Fuck. And he's wearing like 18
now,
bucks.
for
Don't put
sake.
it on the table. People got to eat here.
Oh, my gosh. Whoa!
I put it away.
Get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? You got to get those things taken care of.
Yep.
Put them away.
Wow. I was not expecting them to be that big. Now you can't even get it back in the pants. Holy shitballs. My God.
I'm sweating right now.
I did not think that they were going to be that big. I figured, they'd be a little bit.
Huge balls. I meant it.
You were not fucking kidding, my man. Holy shit.
Oh, my God. This is the first on Aftershock XL. Radio. So there you go. Radio Man's herniated ball sack on the very first Aftershock XL.
Big word. We're like softballs,
it was just
baseball.
one giant fucking. I saw it.
He
Even
just
though
did
I
to quote Andrew Dice Clay, he just had one big bulldog ball.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It was It was the brief second. Because I averted my eyes, bro. I averted them. I was like, oh my God. That brief second, I did catch. It was a millisecond, and it stuck in my fucking head. It's stuck in my head, and there's nothing I could do about it. I didn't stare at it. I didn't look at it. I literally went like this, and I saw it. I was like, damn. And I can't get it out of my head. It was the most gross thing I've ever seen in my entire life. God bless the medical doctors in this country, in this world. They got to deal with this on a regular basis.
Yeah, I would have taken my phone out and snapped hundreds of pictures from many different angles.
He didn't care. I'm working on getting him. It's a
elephantitis balls.
Yeah, right. Yeah, my first show. I came out the gate running like a. No, I'm not gonna say that. I dated this girl, and she was really
big, huge elephantine balls too.
No, that's the tranny. No, so I was taking her to go to Canarsie to meet my parents for the first time, and she was very loud, and she just didn't really like pay attention to her surroundings, and she didn't realize what she said is offensive. She was very innocent about how she said it because she's heard it before. She was like this cute ditzy blonde, right? And we're on the train, and she did not realize that we're going through East New York, and we were the only two white people on the train. And she did not really read her surroundings at all. And she's going on and on and on and on and on. And she goes, oh my God, and I was running around, and I was sweating like a runaway slave. And I was like, whoop. I put her head, I was like, act casual. Yeah, whatever. Change the subject. Oh, so at that time I used to go over here. I did graffiti on that wall right over there. And the whole train, it was like the E.F. Hutton thing. All just turned and looked. Everybody heard it on the train because it was like quiet. It was like everybody's tired. Everybody's at work. With only two. And I go, oh. And it was like the last stop. And I was like, okay, come on, let's go. And I like walked. I went the opposite way of the crowd. Just like I was like,
oh, of
we're gonna get fucking killed.
How long ago was this?
God. Probably 1993, 4.
So have you always dated racist women?
Yeah, exactly. She didn't know it. She didn't really, but she was so ditzy. She didn't really put it together that was racist.
Where was she from?
Queens.
Like that's where she was born and raised.
Yeah.
It wasn't like just some naive country girl.
She was the epitome of a blonde. She was dopey. I guess maybe now she was on the spectrum. I don't know.
I would have given her a pass if she was like some naive country girl. Like, oh, my pa said.
Oh no, I didn't give her a pass. When we got to a safe place, I was like, "Are you kidding me? Did you not notice what you said?"
Yeah,
like I was like, "You're gonna get us fucking killed." I was like, you could have really just caused a problem for me right now. Do you understand that? Oh, I didn't know. I was like, oh my God. Just don't talk about anything on the train. We're going to sit on the train. You just stare forward. Okay? You're going to get me knifed.
She 100% knew. If she was born and raised in Queens, yeah. Again, if she was a cute little blonde that was born and raised in Pigs Knuckle, Arkansas,
she lived a very sheltered life. With a very, very sheltered life with very racist parents.
Yeah. We had the Johnsons move in down the street a couple of years ago. They's a black family. They single-handedly doubled the black population of our town. Like if it was that kind of.
I didn't say the N-word. I called them colored.
Right.
That's you can't say that anymore.
That's a proper way. No. That's what that politically correct is. They're colored.
She got through. I was like, I don't know how she got through high school.
Would say that.
I don't know how she got through high school. Probably because she was so fucking cute.
Oh.
Do my homework for me. They just pushed her along.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
She showed up every day. Sometimes that's all you have to do.
Depending on some areas, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I never cut a day in high school, and I never cut a day until I was in college, which didn't make a difference, really. But, you know, in high school, because it was Catholic, you had to have, if you were absent, you had to, your mother had to call, or a parent had to call, and you had to show up either with a note from a doctor or a note from your parent. And then you got an admit slip, an admission slip. And you had to hold that on all day long. And when you got to your class, your teacher, when they took attendance, because they took attendance every day, the teachers saw that you weren't there yesterday, you had to show the admittance slip. And that's the only way you could get back into class. So if you didn't have one, you didn't get in. So you had to go down to the principal's office or go to the office and get another one if you lost it. Mm-hmm. And then in my school, they had something called JUG. I don't know what the hell it stood for, but JUG was detention. And detention was you had to get there at 6 o'clock in the morning and stare at a wall. And it was awful. Like it just you had to get up ridiculously early, and and if you don't go, it just keeps piling up, and it gets worse, and you can get suspended or you could get expelled, and your parents are paying all that money. Your parents damn straight you're going to jug, And
Was it
just,
1G or two? Was it 1G or 2G?
1G. I don't know, juvenile something delinquent or I don't know. And yeah, but it kept you from cutting class.
So it was
I can
it
tell
was
you that.
JUD?
JUG.
JUG. Sorry, JUG.
Yeah, like the jug.
Yeah.
And yeah, so they didn't fuck around in Catholic school, but it was good because if I was gone to public school, I knew the way my brain worked. If I didn't go to class every day, I got to learn through repetitiveness. So if I was going to do something, I had to be there. If I would have went to Canarsie High School, if I would have went to the public high school, I probably would have been with my friends smoking weed in the yard. So it got me through.
I skipped a couple days in high school.
No, not in high school. You couldn't really. I'm sure kids did, or they figured out some way to get around it. Everybody always does, but they didn't have to go home to my mother. I did. If I would have skipped, it would have been over, dude. Over. My mom did not play around. Especially, you watch your father, work 2 jobs, and the guy's exhausted, 7 days a week. You kind of have to respect that the man's busting his ass so you can go to a fucking Catholic school.
Yeah.
Show him a little respect. I always had a roof over my head. I always had clothes on my back. There was always a hot meal at the dinner table, and I always got whatever I wanted on Christmas. If you can't understand that you have those essential things and not appreciate them, then I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Very appreciative of the life I had, life I still have, and the parents that brought me up because they kind of did a good job. At least they tried to do a good job. On that note, everybody, I'm going to say thank you. And see, some of these people, I've told some stories here and there, and some of these people really know a lot about me. That's like, wow. Something I see things that I'm like, I said that to close personal friends or something like that, or maybe I told the story once, and these people got a trap for their brains. They got a fucking steel trap. They remember everything.
There's stenographers. People.
Yes, they are.
You say one thing, people write it down.
Of my life, apparently my life is so funny that everybody loves it. Anyway, let's go do something fun. I'll talk to everybody later.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hopefully I'll have Michelle on tomorrow.